Hello, my name is Esther Yoo, and I am a senior at Emory University majoring in International Studies and minoring in Global Health. Today I'll be giving a presentation on Tuber melanosporum vittad, otherwise known as the black Perigord truffle. The black truffle owes its name to the Perigord region in France, where they exclusively grow with oak trees. The remarkable aromatic profile and delectable taste make truffles a prized delicacy in the culinary world, and accordingly named the black diamonds of the kitchen. Ounce for ounce, they are considered to be one of the most expensive foods in the world. In 2004, the average cost of black truffles during its harvest season was 300 to 400 euros per 100 grams. In U.S. measurements, that would be on average more than $1,200 per pound. The prices of truffles continue to skyrocket because there is a high demand and low supply. The high demand and low supply have led to massive attempts to cultivate truffle plantations in many different regions, but some efforts threaten to contaminate the authentic black Perigord truffle. Black truffles are the fruiting bodies of fungi that form ectomycorrhizas with the roots of trees and shrubs. The most common host plants of black truffles are oak, lime, and hazelnut trees. Black truffles form mutualistic symbiotic relationships with its hosts. While they use the carbohydrates from the trees to form an ever-expanding network of ectomycorrhizas, they also collect essential nutrients for their hosts and protect them against environmental stresses like droughts. Since they live underground close to the roots of trees, the soil condition is crucial for its survival and hosts. The optimal growing soil conditions would be well-aerated, calcareous, hot soil with large amounts of lime rocks in the topsoil. Also, truffles are found to be cultivated more successfully in areas with a flat slope and lots of sunlight. The intense aroma of black truffles is essential in providing odorant cues for mammals and insects, which helps disperse their spores and reduce the abundance of other ectomycorrhizal species living in the same area. Black truffles generally thrive in temperate Mediterranean and continental climates. The Perigord black truffles were originally found in France, Italy, parts of Croatia and Serbia, and a greater part of northern Spain. New techniques have enabled truffle plantations to be installed in many different parts of the world, but successful production has only been found in North America and New Zealand. In the early 1800s, the Frenchman Joseph Talon was the first one to devise a successful method for the cultivation of truffles. He discovered that the self-sown seedlings found under truffle-producing oak trees could be transplanted to a new area, and that after a decade or so, some of the seedlings would produce truffles. In 1847, Auguste Rousseau popularized the technique by creating a truffle plantation and publicizing the successful techniques. In the 1890s, the annual production of black truffles peaked at 2,000 tons, but the aftermath of the two world wars led to a severe reduction in truffle production. Finally, in the 1970s, Gerard Chevalier and his colleagues found a more reliable and successful method. They found that inoculating the roots of tree saplings with truffle spores would increase the chances that the trees would produce truffles. Truffles were first documented by the Greek philosopher Theophrastus, who was a pupil of Aristotle in 500 BC. He suggested that truffles were a miracle of nature with great mystique. Also, truffles have been recorded to be used as aphrodisiacs. A popular French tale is that of a woman who serves truffles and finds her male guests become increasingly frisky. In 1651, La Varenne, who was a chef of Louis XIV, published the famous cookbook Le Cuisinier François, which elevated the prestige of black truffles in French cuisine. There is a lack of literature and records on the traditional use of truffles. This may be because since they thrive underground, they are difficult to find without traditional ecological knowledge. Black truffles possess a relatively high protein content compared to other edible mushrooms and fungi. They are rich in sulfur-containing amino acids, specifically cysteine, methionine, and lysine, which are essential in many physiological pathways. Also, they have a high content of potassium, phosphorus, calcium, and iron. Black truffles are reddish-brown in color and turn into a jet black color once they mature. Elamelanins, as well as other quinones and polyphenolic compounds, are responsible for the black pigmentation. Black truffles are most widely known for its highly aromatic composition. It is found that aroma emitted by black truffles is due to at least 17 different aroma molecules. The major contributors of its aroma are listed. More than 50% of the total aroma molecules emitted are from 3-ethyl 5-ethyl methylphenol. Traditionally, pigs were used to locate the black truffles underground, but they have been replaced with trained dogs because pigs tend to eat the black truffles. Originally, it was thought that 5-androstenol, a steroidal pheromone found in black truffles, was responsible for attracting pigs, but it was later demonstrated that dogs and pigs were attracted by a different compound found in black truffles, which is known as dimethyl sulfide. It is found that 5-androstenol increases sexual arousal in females and reduces anxiety and convulsions. There are recent developments to produce an antidepressant using this steroidal pheromone. In another study, it was found that black truffles have high ergosterol and phenolic contents, which have strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-hyperlipidemic effects. The ergosterol and phenolic compounds found in black truffles have been found to demonstrate an inhibitory effect in linoleic acid oxidation and other detrimental effects of ROS-induced oxidative stress. Thus, they are theorized to be beneficial for degenerative diseases including aging, cancer, and heart diseases. Climate change and the deforestation of oak woodlands are the primary contributors to the dramatic decrease in black truffle production in Europe. Many oak woodlands were being replaced with faster-growing coniferous trees that yield timber production. Nonetheless, truffle cultivation has been widely promoted not only because it is considered a prized delicacy, but also to improve rural economies and conserve biodiversity. Take, for example, a small rural Spanish town of Sarrión. Truffle cultivators have planted 4,500 hectares of well-managed truffle orchards. The black truffles generate 6 to 50 times greater gross income than traditional cereal crops like barley and wheat of rural Spain. The high profits of black truffles have led to marked increases in land values, reduced unemployment, and revived the whole economy. Also, the truffle orchards require reforestation of oak woodlands, which enhances animal, plant, and mushroom biodiversity. However, it is important to remember that to start a truffle plantation, it is a risky and costly investment. There is no guarantee that the inoculated seedling will produce truffles, and it takes at least 6 to 8 years for truffle production to actually begin. One of the major current issues of black truffle is that there is a high threat of contamination. There is a growing concern that the overexploitation and incorrect harvest methods by commercial truffle hunters is contaminating the population of authentic black truffles. For instance, there has been a recent wave of imports of the Chinese truffle, Tuber indicum, into Europe. The spores of Chinese truffle are infecting European soil, which endangers the scarce population of authentic black truffles. The extinction of black truffles would affect the livelihood of many Europeans as they consider the consumption of black truffles a rich cultural tradition. Also, it would have a severe economic impact on rural economies and many businesses. More importantly, it would be a great loss of biodiversity. Thus, it is not only critical to maintain the traditional ecological knowledge of harvesting methods, but also more scientific research needs to be done on developing more controlled and reliable methods for producing truffles. Thank you.